Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's Brendan from Business and Brews, and I'm with my buddy Dave Tebow. How we doing?
Doing good, B. How are you?
Let's talk about your business. What's the name of your business, buddy?
Tebow and Sons Painting. T-B-O-W.
So you guys are looking for the best painter. This is where you need to go. He's actually painted all my walls inside my shop, at my house. The guy does phenomenal work, and that's why he's on Business and Brews. So I'm glad to have you on today, buddy.
Appreciate you having me on.
Well, also want to give a big shout out to my buddy Steve McCara. My guy, look at this. Check it out. New logo for us. Check it out. Business and Brews. I'm actually really excited about this. So we're going to have a whole new logo change. Steve actually owns Tattoo Ink Club right here in Hudson, and he designed this for us. So, buddy, thank you so much. New logo coming to Business and Brews. So that's what I got.
And he's my tattoo artist. So
and he's actually about to be mine, getting a portrait of my mom on my chest, so I can't wait. So Steve, thank you, buddy. So glad I got to meet you. And it was good to have you on the show. So today our brew is sponsored by Nantucket Cran from Nantucket. Check that out, huh? Let's give it a try. It's a vodka soda.
Yeah, I've had these many times during the summer. These are good.
They are, so I should drink with my pinky out?
Pinky's out.
All right. Cheers, brother.
Pinky's out, bro. Come on. There you go.
Oh my God, I can feel it. You know what? It's actually very light. It's like drinking water. Yeah. I like it. Jesus, you drink 4 of those, probably be knocked out cold.
Good camp drink.
Oh yeah. Ooh, I like it.
Good camp drink.
All right. So enough about everything else. Thank you, Nantucket. We're excited to have your beer on today, and let's get into Mr. Dave Tebow.
Yes, sir.
So
what you want to know?
I just want to say thank you. I appreciate you being on. You were actually on my first ever Cooking with Brendan.
I do. I remember that we did that out of your house.
We did. We had uncommon nachos.
Those were good. I still remember it.
So, buddy, thank you so much. I'm glad to have you on. So let's start off with this. How did Dave Tebow? Let's talk about Dave Tebow. Who is Dave Tebow?
Dave Tebow's a hack. No. Oldest of 3 siblings. Only boy in the family, originally from Connecticut. Goes to college, falls in love with the girl he's married to today.
Ooh.
Been together for almost 30 years, married for 24. 2 handsome boys, 21 and 19. Hence, that's why it's Tebow and Sons. They work for me sporadically, but obviously the goal is for them to do bigger and better things than what their dad did. So that brings us to the here and now, brother.
But I wouldn't say with their dad. Their dad does a phenomenal job, well known. From what I know, he's a well-known man. Not only that, I mean, you coached the the Admirals?
Yeah, the Alvin Milford Admirals. I was with them for 7 seasons, and then stepped down last year. So, work days were getting cut short, and it just took a toll, and was losing a lot of money. So, put that on the back burner for a while. Hopefully, get back into it when DJ graduates college, but it was the right decision at the time, and I'm a lot less stressed out.
Well, you were a hell of a coach, man. Especially at the games I was able to make it, or should I say attend to. So
yeah.
It was a lot of fun. And listen, man, I got to tell you, the work that you do is unbelievable. Not only that, guys, little fun fact here is I used to work with Dave.
Yes, indeed.
He was actually more of a mentor, and he actually taught me a lot. And I gotta say, when I was working for him, he taught me more about the business aspect and having an employee. Which I know it was hard. I know it was hard having me as an employee, but I will tell you, you bettered my skills. But everything that you taught me, especially when it came to indoor voices, because
we had a few moments.
we did. But I will tell you, buddy, it was something that it actually helped me to grow my business. So even though you were tough, it wasn't. I didn't see it as that. I actually took everything that you taught me and actually was able to bring it to my business. So I got to say thank you for that. But I'll tell you, working for this man and seeing all the work that he's done, learn how to use a brush, because I'm going to tell you right now, it's not as easy as everybody thinks. Everybody thinks it's like we're slapping paint on a wall, right?
Right.
So you got your cut-ins.
Nice clean lines.
You have to have clean lines. If not, what happens?
Hitting the ceiling with the wall paint.
Nope, we learned
Can't be doing that. Using drop cloths.
Oh, yep. We had an accident on site once. Luckily, there was a drop cloth.
Luckily, Brendan had a drop cloth. But business. Sometimes we're friends, but when it comes to business, you gotta treat it like like an employee during the workday, but outside of work, we're friends. And I'd say for the most part, we had a lot more good days than the few bad days where I knew you'd be aggravated with me because I had to get on you for something. But overall, it was a blast while I had you. It helped you get ready for what you got now. And I look back on those days with a lot of fondness.
Well, I'm gonna tell you right now, man. It's something I wouldn't. And honestly, guys, I wouldn't be here today if it actually wasn't for him. I wouldn't have all the stuff that I'm building if it wasn't for Dave, because Dave gave me the opportunity to let me leave my job that I was working at to try to do detailing and do painting with him. So I got to tell you, I wouldn't be in the situation. I wouldn't even be doing these shows, if it wasn't for him. So I'm really glad to have him on today. So back to you, because we don't want to bore him about my life. Let's bore him. Let's talk more about yours and not mine. So, hardest job that you had to do. What is one of the hardest jobs you had to do?
It was probably that last job you were on with me. It was a total redo, wallpaper removal, converting stain trim all to white. That was the biggest job I've ever had. It was a 3-week total. Plus they added the cabinet, so that was I made a lot of money on that job, but that was definitely the most difficult because it was every single square inch got done, and it was tedious. So it's that's probably the toughest one.
Well, still I'm giving my apologies for what happened on that, and thank you for forgiving me. It was one of the hardest decisions I ever had to make in my life, and like I said, I appreciate you very much for that. And that was a hell of a job, because I do remember from when I was working on that job with you, you were moving all that damn wallpaper with a steamer.
In the stairway.
Yeah.
With a big ladder. Yeah.
Yeah. And then not only that, I mean, you have all the glue that was left over, and you had to get that off. So, but I will tell you, didn't that make it on TV, that house?
So my part didn't get on TV, but it was one of those HGTV shows, and it was a family friend of Andrea's, and the house was on TV. It showed the before and after, so while I didn't get any credit, I took pride in seeing the after, because it's the production and whatnot. They made it seem like the homeowner did a lot of the work. But no, it was awesome to see the before and after pics on that episode. So it was really cool to see. And
if I would have saw that episode, I would have said, who is that painter?
I wasn't expecting anything anyway, but it was really cool to see that house on TV.
Well, like I said, I mean, the work you do is phenomenal. And what made you? So I guess my question is, what made you want to get into painting? Like, you just wake up one day and say, I have a paintbrush in my hand, I'm ready to go?
Yeah, I wish it was that easy, but it wasn't. My dad was a drywaller by trade, and he did a lot of side jobs on weekends, and so people would start asking him, hey, do you know any painters? And my dad can hang the drywall, but you don't want to put a paintbrush in his hand. So he would say, hey, just hire my son. And that's kind of how it started. It was extra money for me. It was good money for a high school kid. And then went to college and graduated. And after a few years, I kind of missed it. So I opened up a franchise painting business, which was a huge mistake because I was owing this guy tons of money every year before I even made money. So after the contract was up, I got out of that, but I had a 3-year no-compete clause. So I went into retail, very successful. Was with Lindt Chocolates for 4 years. Won a couple cruises through them. Then I went to K Jewelers. I won a cruise through them. And then finally I'd had enough of the retail world, and came home one day and I told Andrea, starting the painting business back up. So that was on a Friday, and that Monday, after making some contacts, I was on a job site. And so that was 13 years ago, and haven't looked back. So that's when Tebow and Sons officially started.
And you know what year that was?
2012.
2012?
Yes, sir.
So I think still going?
September, October 2012. Yeah.
And was it scary?
It's always, listen, owning a business, as you know, it's not for the meek, man. There's a lot of growing pains. In the beginning, especially, sometimes you're not making money. You figure out your mistakes and learn from them. And then there's other jobs that make up for you losing that. But, I do my own estimating, all my bidding, my invoicing. I do all my own work, soup to nuts. Like, I do it all. So, people think, oh, that's awesome. You get to, you own your own business. You get to make your own hours. And, well, that's true. A lot of times if I'm going to go see one of my kids play, well, and I got to leave work early, that means I got to make up for it. Whether I work on a weekend or I go back and work late. This past weekend I was doing a cabinet job. I spent all weekend in my garage just working away. So it's while it's great, there's you're working your butt off.
Well, it's like I had someone on a couple last week, and we're talking about your home is your business is your other child.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. It is. It's your, and he said it perfectly. That is your child. That's your child that you got to still maintain. You got to take care of, and you know what? You're right about the whole thing about doing the paperwork, doing the scheduling. Not only are you doing the scheduling, you're doing the advertisement for it. Whether it's you're just reaching out, or you're making sure you're taking the payments, you're doing the work, you're doing the estimates. You're doing it all, and it goes to show you with people you watch all these other businesses that have like 50 people working for them. So think about those 50 people that are all each have a separate job. As we own our own business, we're doing most of that ourselves.
Do everything.
So we're like 50 people.
Yeah. I might get home at 4:30, but a lot of times I have estimates to send out. So it's eat dinner and then sit by the computer and bang out a few estimates and time management. That's especially this year. It's been a very busy year. And I have some of the best customers you'll ever meet. They've been very patient for me to get them on the book. So that's, I'm lucky.
See, and it's the best thing when you have customers like that.
I'm lucky. I've been blessed with a very loyal customer base, a lot of repeats, and word of mouth. So, we don't advertise. We haven't had to advertise in years through the power of Facebook, the Hudson, New Hampshire page, and all the surrounding pages, and just a bunch of customers that my wife always laughs. She says, how do you become friends with all your customers? I just like to go in there. I think I'm pretty easy to get along. I work hard. I think I'm a pretty funny guy to boot. So I end up making a lot of friends with my customers. So there's we'll hit up a spot in Hudson, and chances are I'm going to know somebody in that restaurant or in that bar. I'm going to know somebody. It's just done so much work in Hudson that you get that reputation. It feels good.
Well, I'll tell you one thing too, man. You came in clutch with my ceiling when you have to do my ceiling, so I really appreciate it.
Oh, yeah.
And by the way, just because, and this is what's funny is, since my wife found out I was a painter, she had me paint all the bathrooms in my house. I just want to say that because she saw the skills that I had. Yes. So she put me to work. So thank you for teaching me those techniques.
Yeah, it takes probably 3 months to train somebody, but it's good to know that you haven't lost that.
No, and I will tell you something right now, dude. I remember when I got my first brush.
I remember that too.
I was so excited.
Took a picture of it.
I did. It was a Purdy.
It was a Purdy 1.5-inch brush doing trim.
Listen, trim.
It was at John's house.
Yeah. Oh my God, John. Oh yeah, that was the same day I said that that's when all right. So listen, I gotta say this because it was pretty funny. So Dave and I are in this house. We're working on this house. We started off in the living room. We did the living room, the dining room, the kitchen. We had the whole house to do basically. And then we get down to the basement, and I'm doing the boards. Dave has me on trim, and I don't have a quiet voice. I know that for a fact. I don't have a quiet voice, but to me, I thought it was quiet. So this is where Dave has actually taught me how to make sure that I watch what I say at times, but I'm sitting there and I'm like, God, these boards are so dirty, and I didn't think the lady. Dave goes, quiet.
She was on the third floor.
She's on the third floor.
And she heard you and ran downstairs. And if I had a gun on that job, I probably would have shot you. Bro, I was so embarrassed.
She came down with a vacuum cleaner and everything to get ready to start cleaning. I'm sorry. I couldn't believe she heard. Anyways, long story short, that house actually ended up coming out beautiful. And we also built a friendship out of that too,
and it was very clean. It's just that particular.
Oh no, it was just the basement. It was the basement boards. That was it. No, that house, we did the bedrooms, we did the hallways. I mean, we did the attic too. So I mean, we did a full number on it. But that was also a life lesson for myself to know, like, because I got to do that here sometimes with my guys. You know, I got a customer sitting out there, quiet.
Right.
Talk quietly. You don't need to get upset. You got to go outside. So listen, I completely understand now. Because listen, everything I did to you, I'm getting it on to me now. So
that karma, dude.
Yeah. Oh, hey, listen, it pushed this way, but now I'm figuring out how to deal with it and work with it. So it's good. So, little backstory about Dave Tebow. What are your interests? What do you like to do?
Obviously, still playing hockey. That's always, that was my first love from the age of 4 on. Got that was passed on from Papa Tebow, the OG.
The man, the myth, the legend.
He is a legend. Everyone that meets him absolutely agrees.
Very nice guy.
You're gonna leave meeting him laughing and
chuckling.
He's people will meet him and they're like, now I know where you get it from. Andrea and I, the last couple of years, we've big into working out, Spartan races and DECA competitions. So that's kind of our passion right now. It's something we enjoy. We get to do it with her and I, and then we've gained so many friendships. They say when you go through the pain with a bunch of people, you get close together. That's our thing. That's our thing right now. So we're enjoying it. Best decision we ever made.
Now, dude, in college, you played for Johnson & Wales, correct?
Yes, sir. Yep.
Oh. What position were you?
I was a natural centerman, but I played left wing. I played wherever they needed me. There was one game I played left wing, center, and right wing. So it's wherever they needed me.
Is there a plaque of you on the wall over
there? There may be a Hall of Fame plaque at the school. Andrea, however, did meet me in there by a year.
Ooh.
So she has bragging rights to that.
Okay.
So something I'm very proud of. It was a great experience. That's where I met Andrea. So feel very, very blessed for the path that kind of life took me through.
Well, the path seems very well. It seems like it's going really well. And plus, you also do the alumni, right?
Yep. We did the Bruins alumni game. They keep saying it's the last year, but somehow the Bruins alumni keep, motivating two of my college buddies run it. And so it looks like we might be in for another one next year. And we basically raise a bunch of money for Dana-Farber cancer research. So I think over the years I've raised over close to 30 to 40 grand, just myself. So it's a cause that's near and dear to my heart. We've lost friends to cancer. My father-in-law passed away from cancer. We've had friends' kids have cancer that luckily beat it and survived. But it's an important cause that we're passionate about.
Yeah, I lost my mom when I was 6 to cancer, so I completely understand anything to help with the research and help it better, so these kids that go through it can it can help cure them, hopefully. You know what I mean? So it's honestly a really good thing that you guys were doing over there. And I know you're not a Bruins fan, but
nope.
How was it playing with those Bruins alumni?
Well, that's a blast.
Who'd you get to meet? If you can list a few, can you list a few since you've been doing this?
Kenny Hodge Jr., Kenny Linsman, Sweeney, Rick Middleton, Andrew Raycroft, Tuukka Rask. It's been a bunch of them. Reggie Lemelin was able to talk in French with a few of them, so that's always fun. And the OG just goes right in their dressing room and becomes friends with them. And
listen, he's not afraid. That man is not afraid.
Listen, our college coach always comes down to kind of be the honorary coach for us, and he still, shakes his head when he sees my dad because he knows, my dad's gonna go in and do as he pleases, and he always ends up making friends. So, it's pretty funny when he goes in there. Next thing you know, he comes out and there's 3 former Bruins, me and my dad drinking a couple beers after and talking French. It's pretty awesome.
So, what is your favorite team?
Montreal Canadiens, baby.
Ooh, yeah. Listen, they beat Boston a lot. I'm not gonna lie.
They're good this year.
No.
So it's been a nice change because the Bruins last probably decade have been beating the crap out of them. So listen, we all have a cross to bear, and listen, I'm a Canadiens fan, so that might deter some people from hiring me, but it is what it is.
Listen, it's just sports. We can't listen. If you're worried about sports like that, I mean, come on, grow up. That's all I'm gonna say. So, actually, I gotta say, I wanted to talk to you about this because you introduced me to the movie Slapshot,
yeah.
and I gotta tell you, one of the best movies. I actually had to go and get it because that movie is phenomenal. By the way, Paul Newman's a hell of an actor.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't hate him as a goon in that, but
Nope, and he said it was his favorite movie ever made.
well, that movie was awesome.
Yeah, it's top.
So, is there any way
top
you
sports
can
movie.
give? Is there any way you can give like a kind of a background? So it was the Henderson brothers. Is that what it was?
Hansons.
Hanson brothers.
Yeah.
So what made them so big? Like why? Because for people out there who haven't seen the movie or should know why, because I see people whenever I go to a Bruins game now. If I do go to one, people are wearing their jerseys and you see the Chiefs.
Yeah, yeah.
And by the way, it's not the Kansas City Chiefs, just to let you all know.
No.
But it says Chiefs on it.
Yeah, Charlestown Chiefs. So
Yeah.
it's basically a 70s minor league hockey team. And back in the day, fighting was just part of the game. And it still is today, but not as much as it should be. But yeah, it's just real life. That's how it is in the locker rooms. Like when I got stories from college that I can't share around here with a couple of my former teammates and stuff that's happened because they'd probably get in trouble. But the stories that are said in the locker room, it's a sacred place.
No, you don't have to spill no beans on that. No.
It's just there's nothing like the smell of a hockey locker room. Andrea might disagree with that, but yeah, it's just it's basically what hockey players are like. That movie depicts the
Like, that
hockey
was
team
real-
and
that was
hockey
real
player.
hockey.
That's what it. Yeah, exactly.
No face masks except for the goalie. The
All
goalie.
those guys, besides Newman, pretty much played professionally. So it's not like they had guys that didn't know how to skate, and Newman knew how to skate, but all the other actors were semi-pro players. Bruce Boudreau, former coach of the Capitals, is in that movie as an extra.
Oh,
Yeah.
all right. Is that one of your all-time favorites?
That is my all-time favorite sports movie. If you've seen the movie A Bronx Tale, you know how.
Oh.
Yeah, you know how he tells him about the test. You unlock the door, open up the door, and if she unlocks the door for you, then you know she's the one.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I had my own test for Andrea. We went out to a movie and a dinner, and I went back to my place, and my test was see if she could watch Slapshot without saying anything negative about it. And she made it through. So I knew she was the one. Now, she can't stand the movie now. But that night, she didn't have anything negative to say. So
That was the keeper.
yeah, that I knew right then and there. That's it. That's
it's
the
true
one.
love right there.
That's
too.
it.
To a true love. It's true love with
That's
them
right.
too. I will say that. So let's go back into the business now. Let's go back to you. What is so you do cabinets, like what else? You don't do exterior, or do you do exterior?
I don't do much exterior. It's so weather dependent, and it totally throws off your schedule with the rain. If it rains, you can't work for 3 days, and then you're trying to scramble for work. So I've tried to cut that completely out. I'll still do some stuff here and there for some repeat customers, but I don't take any new exterior work. But for the most part, it's wall, ceiling, trim. And then, I might do like 10 cabinet jobs a year. And then there's some that have wallpaper removal, but for the most part, it's repaints.
Remember when we did decks? We were staining decks. Remember that?
Yes, I do. It's dog work, dude. It's dog, and I'm old school. There's no spraying, there's no rolling. It's all brush work.
And it was all brushwork. And
It is all
I
brushwork.
actually can tell you when we did those. I remember we did this big one, and it did take us 2 days. But I will tell you, sitting outside in that heat because we had to clean it up first.
Yeah.
We couldn't just paint it. We couldn't just go right over it. We had to prep it and everything. So
Yep.
that was fun.
Not.
I think him and I together working, we did 3 porches, patios.
All set with that.
Yeah, well, I'm glad
Yeah,
you stopped with that one
yeah.
because that was some brutal.
We'll
that
stay
was
inside.
dog work.
I'll stay inside.
What do you think about heights, man?
Not a fan of heights. I do them, but I'm not a fan of them.
I will tell you some of those some of those heights that I gotta say especially when it comes to getting up in those corners, especially with the cathedral ceilings.
Oh,
whatever.
yeah.
You know, putting up that ladder, and especially if you don't have that wall that's to the right of you.
Yeah.
You got nothing on the left. Yeah. Actually, I shook the ladder on accident one day when Dave was going up.
He's like 20 feet up in the air. And
he's like, me.
The littlest movement, you feel it up top.
Yo, B, you want to stop shaking the ladder? I'm like, I didn't even know I was. No, seriously. You know, I hate heights. I used to tell Dave I hated heights. I did hate heights.
Yeah, not a fan.
But I will tell you, the technique behind everything is actually, it's amazing to see what goes behind when you're going to paint. When you're painting a wall, you know, I do like the fact that it's all handwork and it's not sprays. You're not using a spray gun.
It's all brush and roller.
So, and it's
cool.
And your walls, the walls look amazing after that, especially the ceilings.
Yeah. It's immediate gratification for a customer. That's why I love what I do. You need a new water heater. Great. You just spent a bunch of money on a water heater. Going through that now. You know, drywaller puts up the drywall. Oh, great. But until it's painted, customers like that, there's that immediate, they'll get home from work and they see a room totally complete and different. And it's kind of it's an addictive feeling for a customer to be like, oh my God, I absolutely love, like I couldn't picture it looking this great. Wow. Amazing. So, you know, while there's other trades that make a whole lot more money, I do get that gratification of knowing that a customer sees the finished product and is like so in love with the end result.
Oh, like I said, man, you do phenomenal work. How can people get in contact with you?
I have a Facebook page, Tebow and Sons Painting. It's T-BOW and Sons. That's typically how people will reach out through the Facebook page. And then they can reach out through phone number or, like I said, most of it's repeat, word of mouth. So I've been blessed. It's good.
What you got any jobs that I know you just said you had a cabinet job. What do you have else been working on?
Well, the rest of the year is booked. I'm already booking for 2026. So actually tomorrow I start one of my former hockey players' parents. That's a 2-day job. I'll be there. And then, you know, next week we start another one. So it's pretty much the whole Hudson area. The next couple months, Hudson, outside of Hudson here and there, but within 15, 20 minutes. So.
Because I remember we did a job out in Amherst. We did one out there in the sticks.
Well, we did one on Lake Winnie.
Oh, that was a little vacation for us, right?
That was. We got to stay there all week.
Yeah.
Again, another former player's parents.
We did the whole house.
The whole house, and they let us stay there all week. So we went out, did our grocery shopping, and we'd be up at 5 eating breakfast, and by 6 o'clock we're working away.
Done by what, 5 or 6?
Work till 5, 6, and then, you know, make some dinner. But yeah, so
we got that done in a reasonable time.
We got that done in 6 days, which is phenomenal. Yeah,
especially for all the rooms and how big the place was.
And they were awesome to let us stay there. So,
what's the most funnest job you've done?
Oh, damn. Actually, you know what? I got a customer of mine who's a friend now. This was maybe 9, 10 years ago. I'd already painted their house in Andover, and then his wife was pregnant. They were having twins, and one of the kids was not expected to survive.
Oh,
but he did. So they wanted to hold off until, you know. So once the babies were born and they knew he was going to survive, they had me paint 2 rooms. One of them was a baseball themed room, so I stenciled by freehand. There was a baseball like coming out of a wall. It looked like, but the funnest room was for the son that survived. I did a Batman themed room.
I saw that, buddy. That came out excellent.
Yeah, it was a gray room, but then I did a cityscape. So the buildings were black, and then with the yellow for the windows and whatnot. And then I did the big Batman beam coming through, and then the customer had ordered a Batman logo, so I matched up the beam to line up with that logo. And still to this day, it was the most rewarding, funnest job I've done. They still have me over every year to do different stuff, and you know they now have 5 kids.
Oh, look at that, huh?
And little Jack is still like he just. You know, he's special kid, man. So I always show up with munchkins for the kids, and they go through that in about 5 minutes. But yeah, Jack and Brody were the twins, and they're just
That's a happy
amazing
story.
family. Yeah, they're and proud to call them friends. We do dinner from time to time. We don't see them enough. But when you have 5 kids, it's tough to find a babysitter. So.
Oh, no, I can only imagine. But I will tell you, I saw that. I remember when you posted it on Facebook. And you go check out his page. You'll actually see all the work that he's done. Dave's made a lot of places have like miracles when I tell you. Some of these places you walk into, and then as soon as he's done, the place looks magnificent. So you go check out his Facebook page. I promise you right now, you'll be very satisfied with his work, and you'll be trying to book with him ASAP. Trust me. I can definitely promise you. So we're gonna get into a little different segment I've been doing with people.
Oh boy! All right,
it's about Hudson and food.
All right.
So, what's your favorite pizza place in Hudson? If you had to go get pizza, where are you going?
Mickey's.
Ooh,
I like Mickey's. I like the I forget what it's called, but it's the sausage with the spicy peppers on it.
They got the big pepper. Do you notice they have the big pepperonis?
Oh yeah, it's not the pepperoni. It's
no, but I'm saying they have the big pepper. I ordered a pepperoni.
I don't order pepperoni from there.
Oh, all I know is it was like this.
Yeah,
It's that big. The pizza's good. I will say it's good.
I love their pizza. So if we're up for pizza, that's usually where we order from.
Okay. Now, what about if you're going out just for dinner? Where do you guys usually like to?
I like Luke's. I know like some of the wait staff. I've done work in some of their houses, like Pam, probably Hudson's best waitress.
Pam and Dawn, how you doing, guys? The Chartrans. By the way, happy birthday, buddy.
Yeah, happy birthday, Dawn.
I love that guy.
So Luke's is great. Steak on the stone, can't go wrong with that. And then of course, the Ho. I love me, couple Mai Tais with some food. Thursday night board meetings.
Listen, nobody gives them enough credit, and they honestly are a hidden gem. Listen, if you're watching this podcast, go give Soho a try. Go get the Mai Tais. I promise you, the Mai Tais are delicious, right?
You can't have more than 2.
No, because if you hit 3, actually, you can ask my wife this.
If you have 3, you're calling an Uber.
Yeah, well, yeah, if you remember or if you're still awake. But I will tell you, the food there is so good. I got to give them for it being Chinese, Japanese style food. It is so good, and I feel like it's underrated. Yeah. I think people should go there. Go spend a Friday night. Maybe go there a Friday night or go there for drinks. Go help them out. Go show support, right?
Yeah, and then the bartender there now, Aki's been there maybe about a year.
Oh my God,
he's so good. Like the first time we had him, we're like, oh, here we go, another change. But we went in there the second time, and the dude remembered our order from the week before.
That's a server,
right? So he's good. He's funny, sense of humor, and then he knows your order. He knows we're pretty much 9 out of 10 times we're there on a Thursday, and he's already got the table set up. He's got the Mai Tais ready to go. He's on, dude. Aki's a good dude.
I'll tell you one thing was when I went there, I went to go visit Dave for our board meeting.
Was it last week? Week before? I forget.
All I know is when you sit down, you get your you don't even ask.
He just shows up.
The Mai Tai is right there, boom, and then all of a sudden, like you can finish one, and then all of a sudden, boom, here's another one. Like this guy is unbelievable. But I really do want to talk about the food because from their chicken fingers to their rice to their noodles to the sushi, I'm telling you, it is so good. Like they really do take pride in their food, and I really want more Hudson natives to go there and show support. Like go help them out.
The bar area is where it's at. That's sit at the bar area. They got tables there. Mm-hmm. I like to sit with my back against the wall so I can always look out the door so I can see what's coming in. And you'll see Aki after about 10 minutes. He'll just like turn the corner and he'll look to make sure and see if you need a refill or not. So go see Aki. He's a funny dude.
Well, that's you guys heard it, man. Go down to Soho, give them a chance and everything. So, what's your future looking like? What is your expectations? I know. Listen, I'm still gonna think you're in your early 40s.
I'm old, bro.
I know you are, but I'm gonna tell you what is what is your future from here on? What's your ideas? Like, what do you got?
Well, just basically keep going with the business, right? So just, I love what I do. There's some days are better than others. Some days you just don't feel like going to work, but you got to push through because, Papa Tebow didn't raise a bitch. But no, I love what I do, man. I don't plan on stopping. I always joke around that I'll never retire. The goal is in 15 years to be able to cut down and maybe work 3 days a week. But we'll see, man. I'm pretty healthy and, I love what I do. So we'll see where it takes us. But
well, if you keep putting out the work you're doing, buddy, I'm telling you right now, you're going to be busy for a while.
Listen, there's a lot of great painting companies out there. So sometimes I'll go do an estimate and people are like, oh, what do you think of this guy? I'll never bash another company. I won't do it.
It's not, can I tell you something right now? It's not even worth it.
No.
And if you're going to sit out there and bash another company, maybe you shouldn't be in business because listen.
There's enough work out there for everybody. And so, and some of those are reputable guys. And so I would say, yeah, they're good painting companies. Like you can't go wrong. So I would, I'll never diss another painting company. There's enough work for everybody, and I think if you do things the right way, you'll stay busy. Well,
I'm going to tell you right now, and this is Jay's word from Luke's, is you got to be humble. You got to be humble with the businesses, and this is why I do these podcasts. I want to be involved with more of the town. I want to get to know more, and there is other detailers, there are other tinters out there, which I'm going to have them on this podcast because at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. It's not competition anymore. It's not. You want to grow and you want to be a better person. Then you got to know to adapt and actually work with people because the more you do work, the more you get involved. I'm telling you right now, it comes back. And I've noticed that. And I think what people need to start doing is just be humble. Be humble and just, if you can't do the job because you're wicked busy, go promote the other business. I do it all the time. I really do. I do it all the time. If you have too much work and the customer's looking to get it, you know what? Recommend that guy. I got Gems Auto Detailing. I got, Auto Envy Details right up the street. There's Ceramic Pro that's down the road. And there's some other Zion Detailing out in Nashua. He's a really good one too. So, at the end of the day, when it comes down to these businesses, you can't take in every single customer. I'm sorry, but you want to. Of course, but
you can't. Sometimes people are they'll be like, hey, I need this done in 2 weeks. Can you do it? And as much as I'd love to, if the work is booked, you just can't. And,
You refer another person.
I'll refer or, I always say keep me in mind for future projects. Just give me more of a heads up type of deal. But I just want to shout out to you, like, there's not many people in Hudson that do what you do in terms of promoting small business. That's the lifeline of this country, small business. Small business is what makes this country go, right? So I think it's like I see your reels and your posts, and I'm like, man, this dude's got the energy to continuously do that. Like I'm gassed at the end of the night, man. So and I try to like them and share them and as much as I possibly can, but you really are a promoter of small business as a small business owner yourself. So I think, it's awesome that you do this stuff. I'm honored to be here. I've been telling people about Steve McCara for years.
Tattooing club.
So it was cool for me to see you have him on because I listened to that whole episode. And I'm not gonna lie, I was like, yo, B, I told you about this guy like years ago. But you thought I was some other tattoo artist that I
honestly, so listen, at the end of the day, and I'm going to tell you this, and I'm being 100% honest with you, I didn't even know, I 100% didn't know much about that tattoo shop there. The only reason why I was even in that area was because of Seth Deshard, who I met, I went there and I was like, oh, wow, there's a whole plaza here. I mean, the only thing I actually knew that even existed over there was a good place because I met with the owners, I got to go try out their food. I've done business for them, you know what I mean? But then, like I said, it was weird because I went to Tennessee, and when I was out in Tennessee, then I'm like, why does this name sound familiar? And of course, it was you. Yeah. So don't get me. Listen, sometimes I do forget because I got a lot going on up here. But he's like, you need to go in there and stop by and see my friend Steve. He owns a tattooing club. So I always thought the tattooing club was right near the Nan King, but there was a tattoo shop there that doesn't exist anymore, and I don't know who owned it. So
yeah.
They must have not been that good. So anyways, all I know is I was going to golf one day and I was like, shit, I got to go walk into this tattoo shop and say from a friend, Randy, that, hey, is there any assholes in here? Randy says hi. So I walked in. I was like, I didn't even know who Steve was. I just want to let you know this. So I'm walking in there going, is there any assholes in here? Steve, Randy says hi. And then I built a friendship with him.
Yeah, he's a good dude.
And then all of a sudden I told you about it and you're like, Brendan, this is who I've been telling you. So
fun fact, when he was in Billerica, I actually got tatted at that tattoo shop in Billerica by another artist, who was a well-known artist, and he did my boy's profile pics on my chest.
Yeah.
So I actually got tatted in that place, and I didn't even know who Steve was at the time. Then he moved to Hudson, and that's Richie got tattooed by him, and then I got tattooed by him, and he actually did a cover-up for me because the tattoo artist really messed up a nice piece I had, and Steve made this thing look phenomenal. So I've recommended Steve to so many people. I know a lot of people have gone to see him. So anything to promote the good businesses in town, man.
When is DJ and Andrea getting a tattoo?
Dude, listen, Andrea loves in club she loves the tattoo shows, but she does not want any. But I will say the next tattoo is in the works for me, which Steve knows about. We've talked. Yeah. And she's adamant about my other ribs getting tattooed, so I look centered, because apparently I'm off kilter a little bit, because I got the right side done but not the left. So things are in the works, and of course she wants it in the most painful place. But DJ, I don't know. We'll see.
I would have expected him to get him.
DJ's a quiet dude. DJ's his own man. He's a quiet kid. It's like
I know, but I would expect. I mean, Richie. I remember when he got his, how excited he was. Yeah. But then I'm like, oh, I wonder when DJ's gonna get his, or is that gonna call him Squeege?
Nothing on your neck or face, boys. That's all I'm saying.
Goes on with a big bird ring.
There's nothing like that. But
okay, do you know who Be Nice Detailing's painter is?
Yeah, I think it's Dave Tebow from Tebow and Sons. I mean,
he does actually the walls that you're looking at right now on this. Actually, Dave actually helped me put these up. Yeah, I remember this. This was during one of our slow weeks. We're painting.
I think you had just opened up the shop.
We did. Remember what this place looked like?
I do.
It was shambles.
Come a long way, man.
It was shambles.
Amazing. Yeah.
But Dave helped me put this up. By the way, I got to thank Peter DeSalvo because he did. He hooked me up with these right here. So and then Dave came in. He came in and
my brother-in-law.
Yeah, Eric. Yeah, when they helped me put all the siding up, and I will tell you, this shop wouldn't be where it is if I didn't have the help.
Got one wall left.
Huh?
Got one wall left.
That's it. But I'm not too worried about it. Listen, you've done so much. You transformed my shop, and I just got to tell you, thank you so much for everything you do. And
well, you take care of me with the truck, so it's one hand washes the other, brother. That's the other great thing of small business. Yeah, you can barter.
You can, as long as it's worth the barter. And I know there's some people out there that are gonna try to barter, and they're like, I'll give you a whoopee cushion or something. I don't need that. I don't need blankets. I appreciate it. I'm just kidding. It's a podcast. Don't get sensitive, please. But Dave, thank you so much for being on here. Is there anything you want to let the people know before we cut out?
No, I mean, if you need painting, obviously I'd love for you guys to reach out. Again, it's Tebow and Sons Painting. There's a lot of great choices out there, but I want to give a shout out to my loyal clientele. I got some really fantastic clientele. Like I said, I've become friends with a lot of them. Andrea is still amazed by that, but just. Thank you to my wife for always supporting me. That's obviously the most important. She, I know she was a little nervous when I started the business, but she didn't try to deter me. She supported me, and then just honestly, I feel blessed. I got 2 great kids. I got a few close friends that I do anything for. Great extended family. So nothing's perfect, but. Overall, I'm very thankful and thank the big guy upstairs for what I got every night.
Every single day.
Every night.
Well, I'm going to go out. I'm going to end this with one of my commercials. If you're looking for the best painter around, you got to come on down. Come see Dave Tebow, and let's go! Thank you, brother. I really appreciate you being on this. Man. And listen, guys, support Hudson people. Everybody out there, support them. I promise you will not be disappointed. This is why I'm doing the podcast, is because I want you to get involved with your town and work with the people. please just give everybody a try. I'm telling you, you will not be disappointed, especially right here. My favorite painter, but also my best friend, and I want to thank everybody who's been on the podcast so far, and we got many more to come. There's going to be a lot of episodes, so just, get ready. Want to give a shout out to my buddy Brendan from Distinctive Media, because this wouldn't be where it's at. Steve! Buddy, thank you for the new logo. By the way, this is the new logo for us, and I can't wait. So we also will be selling merchandise. So if you're looking to get a cool shirt like this, you let us know. I mean, come support us, support all the people that are on the show, and give everybody a try. And have a fantastic day.